Okay, game 2 of our doubleheader. Nate taking over for Tim and his team, and Chris and Tim starting in for Terry.
Hold this up. If you don't know everyone's names, just say like, all right, now the guy in the brown shirt's taking a hoop again. Make up some names. This guy hasn't made anything all night. He doesn't just give a camera to anybody. You know we all love you, Nate.
Okay, now on to some basketball finally. Off the very first play, Brian to Robert, pump fakes, and makes the shot. That's a good way to start. Makes the first basket of the game, puts Chris's team up by 1 with the early lead. That was a nice shot there. And kind of a careless pass there. Now, rules controversy number 1. Dustin turns it over, and then Chris turns it back over to Nick, and Nick puts the ball in the basket. And Tim coming out here, you'll see him in a second.
Yeah, their team didn't do that last time.
You can see him. The ball never touched the rim, so that was actually a legal basket. And we're trying to explain why they need to take the ball back. But the ball never touched the rim, so that is actually a legit basket. Nick scores it, so it's 1 apiece. And Leonard with the great pass in there. Nick can't convert, but look at Dustin with the great rebound. Quickly gets it back to Nick, and he puts it in on a second chance. You see an air ball there, another air ball. Nick again on the offensive boards. That was a big stat. 3-1. And right there, Nick with a good cut, but a steal, and then Chris throws it back away. Nick, look at this persistence, looking for help. Finally finds Leonard over there. Great pass. Leonard, great shot from the corner, makes it 4-1. And you can see their team's shooting well now. Good ball movement there. Nate over to Leonard, in trouble, but finding Nate, and he takes a long one. Got it from way downtown. That would have been a 3 right there. Puts the team up 5-1. Now Chris, to see what he has, and he answers. Great drive around Nick there.
Kaylee, watch out. We'll get on the court.
Let's see, Nate with a miss, but Leonard with the offensive rebound and a great pass over there to Nick. So it's 6-2. Robert taking a shot way off the mark, way too strong. Nate with the board over to Leonard. Look at the rejection by Chris there. So get out of here. And right back on the other side, a block right there, but
be the neighbors.
That's by Dustin, but Chris with the offensive rebound puts it back in. And you can see another offensive rebound to put back. 7-3 now. Nick again on the offensive boards. Here's Chris, pump fake. Loses the ball temporarily, but then gets it back. It's now 7-4. So Chris really keeping his team in the game. You can see the shot off the mark. That's Nate with the rebound. Now rules controversy number 2. Throws it back to Leonard. Except we have an out call. Yeah, what is out? Only in West Virginia would this happen. Okay. Where is out? Well, you see Dustin pointing over to the left side of the screen. Right there, that beer can. Yeah, it's a can of Miller Lite just sitting there. And neither Nate nor Leonard knew that, so Nate kind of shrugging his hands there. Like, yeah, okay, I didn't know it was out, and Leonard had no idea he was out, so it's a turnover. And of course you know what's going to happen. The ball's turned over. Chris has it over to Tim, and he would connect to make it 7-5, make him pay for it. And then on the other side, a bad shot there, one of many, but then Nick with a great long fading jumper to make it 8-5. He shot very well this game. And you can see Chris answering right back, 8-6. They kind of went back and forth with baskets. You can see Dustin down low, and that was good sportsmanship. Chris called a foul on himself there. And now, a little miscommunication there. Nick throws it away, looking for Leonard, but he steals it right back. So he gets it right back, and now there's Brian with the jumper in the lane. Nice move. And Nick in trouble, and again throws it away. A lot of turnovers late in the game from both sides. You can see Nate left Chris open, and he made him pay. He made it 8 apiece. And you can see another costly turnover there. Chris throwing it away. Now Dustin, great look over to Nick. Puts the ball in for the 9-8 lead. You have to win by 2. First one to, well, if they could win it 10-8. And look at the persistence on the offensive glass by Chris. ties it at 9. So who wants to win it? Nick. Oh, look at the pump fake. Great move to the basket, and this time he gets around Chris, makes it 10-9. And just like that, after a turnover, Nate over to Leonard, who hits a game winner. So that's your game, 11-9. Nate and really Nick's team win. Nick, you could see Nick, 8 baskets, really carried his team. Dustin struggled shooting, but he was a big factor on defense. And you can see Leonard with the game-winning shot. Nate's team overall, not very good shooting percentage, only about 35%. On the other side of the ball, Chris shooting hot, 6 for 9, but the rest of the team struggling. Tim only 1 for 4, Brian 1 for 6, and Robert, after that first basket, he was 0 for 6, so only 1 for 7. The team struggled shooting, and here's the big stat coming up, rebounding. You can see Nate with a couple, and here's Nick. Look at that, 7 offensive rebounds and 10 total, and also Justin all over the boards with 6 offensive rebounds, 9 total rebounds. Leonard had 1, so the team had 14 offensive rebounds and 22 total. And those offensive rebounds, especially by Nick, were huge as they led to points. Chris had 4 rebounds for his team. Brian also with 4 rebounds. Tim with a couple, and only 1 for Robert. So the rebounding differential really was the determining stat in this game. Only 6 defensive rebounds, 5 offensive to 14. Good ball movement, 7 assists for Nate and Nick's team there. Robert had 3 assists for his team, so 5. You can see everybody getting in on the act, stealing the ball away. Good defense. A lot of turnovers in this game. You can see not many blocks. Dustin did have a nice one on that drive on Brian on that drive in the lane. Chris had a couple of really nice blocks. You saw the one there. Turnovers, a lot of them. 6 on Nate's team and 5 on Chris's team. That was probably Chris's only bad stats. He played a great game and only committed 1 foul, so it was a very clean game. Overall, the MVPs, great game by Nick and Chris, both of them going back and forth at it, but overall, Nick carrying his team to the victory. A great game by both teams.